Welcome back to EQ Markets Global YouTube channel, Superstar Traders. My name is 𝗟𝗏𝗘 and I'm super delighted to share this brief time with you talking about the FOMC minutes that we're expecting to be released in the next 6 hours from now. All right, so what is your expectation? What do you think is going to happen to the United States dollar? Is it going to weaken? Is it going to be strengthened? All right, what do you think and what exactly do you want to trade? Right, these are the questions that we wish to look out in this very short video that we are having the FOMC minutes to discuss. All right, so if you're new to this YouTube channel, you're highly welcomed. I need you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and more so toggle on the notification bell, put it at all so that you get notified every single time we put up educative and informative content just like this one. And of course, I don't need you to go anywhere because I want to share with you possible trade opportunities that can fetch you money after here, right? So stay tuned and watch till the end and see those opportunities. So first, we are talking about the United States dollar, right? But before we come into that, I want to bring to your notice about this. This is exactly what we are talking about right now. Every other news most likely has happened, okay, except that we're looking at this, okay. Okay, so the FOMC, which is Federal Open Market Committee minutes, is a panel that sits and decides on the monetary policy of the United States. All right. So they basically look at all the inflation factors and all the things that are currently going on and happening in the US, and they will, okay, based on all other reports and minutes that they've had, they will be able to take a standpoint saying, okay, you know what, inflation is too high. Let us hike the interest rates by 25 basis points or by 50 basis points. We think this will cushion the effect of the inflation. Or they would probably look at so many other things or so many other areas on or measures or ways or methods or techniques in order to fight inflation, or not just inflation, any other thing that has to do with monetary policy in the United States. And of course, that's the reason why the FOMC meeting is extremely very important. And of course, it's released about 8 times in the year. So it's not done almost every month. No, it's released about 8 times. The meeting is held about 8 times in the year, and every of these 8 times causes some good level of volatility in the market. So we're expecting, right? We're all expecting what is going to be happening for this month's FOMC minutes. Okay, so let me quickly show you the dollar index, all right, and we will be able to take it up from there. This is the dollar index. The dollar index measures particularly the single performance of the dollar, right? And of course, looking at the dollar has actually regained after its free fall sometime early this year, right? And it has already regained over 50% of the free fall from the time it fell off early this year. Now, this is the dollar index on the daily time frame. Okay, this is a dollar index on the daily time frame, and what I could find on the daily time frame is that the dollar index is currently trading around a resistance area. Okay, if you noticed here, okay, just a minute. If you noticed here, it was a support, and then of course we had this break, and as well here it was a resistance, but it broke through and became a support again and break. So most likely we're expecting this zone to hold as what? A resistance. Okay, so basically this is technical. All right, so how do we then marry the technical and the news that we're expecting today? Now stay tuned and don't go anywhere. I want to also show you these on the 4-hourly time frame. So all the rally up that we could find, this is what it looks like. So even on the 4-hourly time frame, it seemed to look like the dollar index is reacting or respecting, more like respecting the resistance zone that we've been able to spot on the daily time frame. Of course, we hope to see that this 4-hourly candlestick, which is going to be expiring by 2 p.m. or 2 p.m. or thereabout, is going to also cause a bearish engulfing pattern or some form of candlestick pattern. We just watch out before 7 p.m. all right? And of course, if we see a reversal pattern at this point, that solidifies that the dollar will be going all the way down, okay? That the dollar will be going all the way down, at least to this level here that we can find, okay? So in my own bias, in my own little bias, right, I will give weakness to the dollar. I would say the dollar is going to weaken in today's FOMC meeting, all right? At least the dollar has to weaken a bit, okay, in today's FOMC meeting. So if I'm going to trade that bias, please, this is educational, right? So it's based on what antecedents and what we're expecting, right? And so I encourage every one of you to do your own due diligence, all right? Do your own research, all right? And also merge and marry everything together and trade your bias, okay? For personally, my bias, I will be expecting to see that the dollar will be weakened, all right? Some form of weakness in the dollar. Not a very serious one, but a very minor weakness. So what exactly should we be trading? Don't go, all right? Like I said, you can follow us on all our social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Telegram, and also LinkedIn. We're EQ Markets Global. So let me quickly rush and show you what I would be looking out for to trade, okay? So I'm currently looking at Euro USD. If the dollar is going to be weakened, it simply means I'm going to be expecting a pull to the upside on Euro USD. It simply means Euro should have some level of power above the dollar, right? Now, that to buttress more on that, I see the Euro USD trading on a support level, an established support level, so to say. All right, so we've got this point here. We've got first this point here, which was a resistance. Then we had a break, and this was a good retest. So somewhere around this zone, we will be expecting some form of retest, and of course, get to see that the dollar pushes to the upside. And of course, that's what I will be expecting. Although in the last 1 hour, we saw the dollar plunge into that particular zone properly, and then of course, quickly recovered. So in this case here, I will be expecting perhaps from now till the next 6 hours, the dollar to have some form of consolidation. But most likely, if it's still trading around this zone, okay, be expecting a pull to the upside. So let me give you parameters to work with. Let me give you figures to work with. All right. So for Euro USD, if you see the dollar still trading around this zone, okay, by 7 p.m., that is 1.075506, all right, be looking out for a buy opportunity around that zone because that's an established support. And of course, we're expecting the dollar to be weakened, all right, irrespective of the FOMC meeting for today. The same is going to most likely happen on GBP USD that is sitting pretty well on an established support as well. So we can see that support that since the month of February, that support had not been broken, okay? So this is actually on the daily time frame. Let me zoom in so you can see that, okay? Let me zoom in. So you can see that since from the month of, okay, this is from the month of April, right? We can see that that zone had not been broken and it has tested, price has tested that zone on countless occasions. So it simply means that this zone most likely is going to hold, right? So that's what we're going to be expecting, a good rejection on this zone. And then, of course, we will see by the FOMC meeting, prices will spike to the upside. So what is a price level to look out for? Hopefully, price coming into 1.23742. If price is still trading around this zone, or let me give you a range, better still. If price is still trading around 1.23625 to 1.23888, all right, these two zones, these two price levels create a zone which is a safe zone to look out for buy opportunity as regards the FOMC meeting that we're expecting by 7 p.m. All right, and then as well, the same applies to AUD USD. Remember, we're expecting the dollar to be weakened. Of course, we're going to be expecting GBP to strengthen over the dollar, Euro to strengthen over the dollar, and of course, AUD to strengthen over the dollar. So since AUD USD is also sitting pretty well on a good support level, right? Around this zone, if they find consolidations rather, all right, we can look for a buy opportunity around this level, all right, and all the way up, right, we can be expecting prices to come all the way up to 0.66574, right? But then the price level to look out for that buy opportunity should be around the 0.6578 level, okay? That's where we're expecting the buy opportunity to show. And then, of course, USD JPY is also another good opportunity. So irrespective of the fact that we are still tentative and expecting what comes out from the debt ceiling increment and review in the US, all right, don't forget, the deadline is set for June 1st, right? By June 1st, if the Congress and the executive are unable to reach an agreement as to increasing the debt ceiling above $31.4 trillion, it simply means that the US, for the first time in a long time, for the first time in history, is going to be defaulting in repaying a loan, okay? And of course, we know what that means. It simply means that a lot of families are going to be in severe hardship, right? And of course, that has made that is also another thing to consider as regards the FOMC, okay? And that's why I am pretty sure that the dollar is most likely going to be having a bearish retracement, a little bearish retracement, okay? So that aside, the USD JPY, we found it to be trading around an established resistance area, okay, which is around the 137. So let me zoom in so that we can all see that, right? Right. The established resistance area is around 137.739 to 139.144. So around that level is an established resistance area. And of course, around that level, we will be looking for a sell opportunity, of course, if the dollar is going to be weakened. All right. So we probably will be looking at the lows around, probably we'll be looking at first the lows around 137.446. And of course, if truly the dollar weakens very well, then we are going to be looking even the lows of 134.211. All right. Those are the areas that perhaps I will be looking at USD JPY falling down into during the FOMC and even after the FOMC. The bearish movement is most likely going to continue on USD JPY. All right. And then for gold, I'm not giving any proper analysis on gold, but I will just give a little insight. Gold is sitting on a good resistance, but not so good, because I find that only on the 4-hourly time frame well established. Although on the daily time frame we have confirmations for a buy, and as well on the 4-hourly time frame we still see bullish momentum and bullish pressure in the market. But that notwithstanding, will this key level hold? Will this resistance level hold after this break? All right, that we will get to see in the FOMC. But for gold, I'm not giving any analysis on gold. So Euro USD, GBP USD, and AUD USD, look out for buy opportunities, and then USD JPY, look out for sell opportunities around those areas and key levels that I have just mentioned in this video. Until we see again in the next FOMC meeting, please do well to take care of you, trade safely, trade wisely, apply proper risk management, do your own research, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and leave a thumbs up for me. Okay, that will encourage me to do more research and even show you better trade opportunities and analysis in the next video. Please leave a thumbs up for me, and also leave a comment for me in the comment section. I really appreciate that. Thank you, and bye for now.